Was you hiding this prior to that?
Yeah, totally. I couldn't.
Apart from your family.
Yeah, I didn't even then. Even then, I didn't know what to say. So there was still a lot of stigma back then around. You know, we're talking when I was probably 16, 17 years ago now. There was a lot of stigma around it. I didn't actually know what was going on myself. I didn't have any idea that it was anything to do with OCD, if I'm totally honest. And ended up, there was a smoking area on the roof. It was like 7 floors up, and I'd go up there, and it got to a stage where I was having these thoughts like on a daily basis that I shouldn't be here and I need to jump, like I need to give up, like constantly, like you need to give up, you don't belong here. And I just had my mum and my dad in my mind, like always. I never want, it's a difficult one. It's like, it wasn't something I was planning to do. It was just a thought that was going through my mind. It wasn't like I've got a plan here and I am actually going to go through with this, but it was just constant. Like you shouldn't be here. You're a bad person. You've done all these bad things. And I was really lucky that I was like walking home from work after one of those days, and I bumped into this guy called Ashley. And Ashley had actually trained before he moved out there, before everything went wrong. And he turned around to me and said, "Ollie, I'm really worried about you. Like you've totally changed over the last 6 months." And I just sort of like said, "I don't know what's happening." I couldn't explain it. And he said, my partner, she works in the hospital. She's a psychiatrist. And, you know, they'd moved over together, and just said, "I'm going to send her around to come and have a chat with you." And she literally sat me down for 5 minutes. She goes, "I know exactly what's wrong with you. You've got OCD." And I was like, this is not, I actually took a look at my flat and I went, "Does it look like I've got OCD? Look at the state of my flat." I genuinely said that. And she was like, it's not about cleaning. It's not about being tidy. It's about, you know, you've got it in a much more severe way, intrusive thoughts, rumination, negative images. And it's just, as you can imagine, how the rituals and routines play out, you're constantly sort of having to manage these compulsions. It's the same pretty much within the mind. It's just these thoughts constantly. You sort of find a way to deal with one thought, and then another one comes back. And it's just like someone's playing a tape and back and forth, rewinding it back and forth. It's just impossible. Couldn't live.
Mate, I'm just trying to think. You say you lost 10 years. I don't know how you're getting up in the morning.